Hello everyone, Positive Dead by Daylight content creator here. Have you been taking a break from Dead by Daylight? Well, I'm letting you know that it's the perfect time to get back into the game. There's a lot of new perks and characters that you've missed from last time that you are just itching to play. You just don't know it yet. So why don't you hop back into the game with Dead by... Hey, I'm recording here. What's your problem, bro?
The game's in the worst state it's been in like a year, dude.
Oh. Hello with this guy. I'm sure you're exaggerating.
Hold on. These are currently all the characters that are bugged in the game that we know of right now, and the list is still going. Does that look like over-exaggerating to you?
Oh, moly. Yeah, I'm still sure it's not that bad. I mean, the game's still fine, right?
I know I always got to bring this out to get their attention. Maurice, the beautiful horse from Father Campbell's chapel. He's gone again.
Maurice is gone? Get your bags. We're invading the Behavior HQ.
Why is it always the horse they care about so much? Hi guys, Brain here, and welcome to a not so happy video of Dead by Daylight today. If you guys are more familiar with my rant videos, it's probably going to be another one of those. Sorry for making some slop content, but I sat down after my stream today, where I streamed at twitch.tv/TheMrHeadache for about 6 hours and 45 minutes. Not that that matters too much, but I, for the first time in forever, after a long day of playing DBD, felt like I just kind of had a terrible time. Like I literally just like came off the game and I was like, wow, that just kind of sucked. And I felt like I was really just trudging through that, which is not a feeling I've felt in a while. And the reason that I feel this way, which is something I'm sure a lot of you have realized out there, is that this is one of the most buggy patches in recent memory. Like, they have royally messed up this game. And the reason I'm making this video is because I literally sat down after the stream. I was like, I'm gonna relax a little bit because my birthday's soon on Friday, and I have to reset my sleep schedule in order to wake up for that anniversary stream where they announce stuff. So I'm just gonna relax. I'm just gonna play my little dinosaur park builder. I'm gonna play Jurassic World Evolution 2 and relax. And I just literally do not have the motivation to do that because I am still, at this point 2 hours ago, so wound up and so irritated by the stuff I was dealing with today because it was so pervasive and so annoying that I don't know how they fundamentally screwed up the game this badly. For those of you who don't know, editing Brand's gonna put this somewhere, probably down here beneath the B-roll. This is all of the killers that are bugged in Dead by Daylight right now. My good buddy Levi, Ghost Anonymous, one of my closest friends, I appreciate them so much, is actually keeping track of all the people that are reporting bugs this patch. So we have Trapper, Billy, Hag, Huntress, Cannibal, Legion, Plague, Deathslinger, Twins, Trickster, Mastermind, Knight. It says fixed here, but Pixie, ZM Pixie, the Nightman, confirms down below. It's not actually fixed. Singularity, Xenomorph. Hi, that's me. We'll get to my part. Chucky, Dracula, Houndmaster, Ghoul. And in addition to this, if you scroll down, there's even more. Vecna, bugged. Nemesis probably has one of the worst bugs right now. We'll talk about that too. Unknown, bugged. Doctor, bugged. Pig, bugged. Artist, bugged. It is wild. It keeps going. Demo, bugged. Dredge, bugged. It is a mess. It is like probably like 80% of the killer roster has a bug that's either minor or major that has been either in the game before but got worsened by this patch or was introduced this patch. So let's go ahead and talk about some of these bugs and absolutely how severe they are. Xenos is my character, my boy. Xenos is really vague, but it's definitely noticeable. I'm sure you guys are at this channel, you enjoy the Xenomorph, you enjoy Xenomorph gameplay. I'm sure you guys have realized when you're out there playing the Xeno that your tail feels kind of off, kind of weird. And it absolutely is. I have talked with many Xenomorph mains, and they say it all feels weird right now. We're still trying to pinpoint exactly what the precise issue is. The problem is that your tail attack seems to be colliding with collision quicker than it should. So if you throw a tail attack like up over a pallet or up over a window, it seems to collide like much faster than it did before. So what you used to do is wait for somebody to drop a pallet, wait for somebody to vault the window, it's locked animation, and then you try to bring the tail over and bop them, right? And be careful not to hit the thing you're trying to hit over. Now it'll just connect like super quickly. Even though you hadn't touched it yet, like you haven't really gotten close to that part of the tail drag yet, but it just collides now. There's also been other issues where somebody will be directly in front of you, firmly within the 4.8 meters, and you'll tail attack and it just won't hit them. It'll just go straight through them, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. It just happens. I was talking with Revium, the Trickster creator, that is also a good friend that I appreciate a lot. And they were saying there was potentially a lot of these issues were spurned upon by just some sort of adjustment they made to the servers or to some sort of ping, which is why everybody's out of whack, but that's just us spitballing. But that would definitely explain why Xenomorph's tail attack and so many other attacks are messed up right now, because if it's not getting a correct idea of where my tail currently is on the screen, then yeah, it's going to show me visually that I hit something super quickly or didn't hit something at all, because the game is having a hard time reading what's actually happening in the game. Obviously, another huge one here. Dracula is having extreme stutters every time he switches between forms, mostly bat form is what I've noticed. Singularity has a major delay when he is setting up his biopods. When he shoots a biopod at a wall, it takes like 3 to 5 business days for the thing to show up. Nemi might get kill switched. I'm sorry for you Nemesis main enjoyers out there, but Nemesis might be kill switched. Why? Because his attacks right now don't count as anything. And what do you mean by that? You mean they count as M1s? No. You mean they count as M2s? No. They just don't count. The game does not register they are happening. They do damage, which is all you need really, but it gets really complicated when you have perks like Play With Your Food that are supposed to be taken away or balanced. Coup is another great example by actually swinging, which the game is not recognizing. So you can just keep your coup and keep your Play With Your Food and essentially cheat. Sick. That's cool. By the way, don't do that. That's exploiting. Do not do that. I'm not going to go into all of these because if I decided to try to go in all the bugs, I would be here all day. I'm probably going to link that Twitter thread where everybody's talking about how their killers are bugged down in the description below. So if you guys want to check that out firsthand, you definitely can. But yeah, basically 80% or more of the roster is extremely bugged at this point, and it's extremely extremely frustrating. Extremely frustrating. And it's usually when you're in a situation where there's one killer that you like a lot that's like super bugged, you go play your secondary or your tertiary, right? Like for me, I've been trying to pick up demo as a secondary. So in this situation where my tail attack is super bugged on Xeno, I could be like, I'm gonna go play Demogorgon instead. Nope, Demo is also bugged. Demo randomly instantly teleports through portals and plays double sound on hit. Mori also doesn't muffle survivor screams, but that's more of a cosmetic thing, but still a problem either way. So you're seeing the point here is that it's not as simple as just like, oh, I'll just switch to somebody else, because when it's 80+% of the roster that has a minor or huge issue, you can't escape it right now. I think this is the part of the video I wanted to get to that's perhaps not as constructive, and I'm aware of it, and I don't mean to lick the gift horse in the mouth. I know that especially when it comes to the Xenomorph stuff, behavior has been very, very helpful and kind to me when trying to work through that stuff, and I appreciate it a lot. But if I'm being honest, if I'm being transparent, it is greatly disturbing that this game next year will be 10 years old, and you guys have been working on this game for 10 years, and you're still putting out bugs that break half the game, because this is almost half the game, right? Because if it's 80% of killers, which is that entire side of the game, and I've also heard there's survivor issues, but I haven't seen a lot of posts about them yet. So if you guys have seen those, please get those to me. Obviously, I'm in a lot of killer main spaces as a killer specialist, so I know a lot of the killer main specialists. So that's kind of like the social media space I'm in. If you guys have a lot of survivor examples of this, please do let me know as well. But my point being is, like, behavior, you have been making this game for almost 10 years. How is it still possible that we can put out a patch that is this bugged and broken? Like the complete lack of quality of control is genuinely appalling, like genuinely appalling. And I know there's probably going to be people that are already going to say, like, well, they haven't done their health patches yet, but like, holy moly, they've already done some of their health patches that they have planned. They haven't done the big 2 that they had planned, right? Where they put in a lot of changes into the game. But this is crazy. This is crazy to be almost 10 years deep in a game and still put out patches that break the game so fundamentally for almost every character. I'm assuming, I would assume after 10 years doing this, almost 10 years, it's not 10 years yet, almost 10 years doing this, almost a full decade spending time on this game, that you would have found what works and what doesn't. Whatever you did here completely ruined most of the characters in the game. And I don't know how that happens. Where is your quality control? You, every year for years, have been begging and begging and begging this community for the Labor of Love award. And every year we reject you, we reject you, we reject you. And I was somebody that at the beginning of this year was extremely, extremely hopeful that we have 2 big health updates coming. Behavior's turning a new leaf. They're being way, way, way more responsive to criticism. They're being way more responsive to issues. This is the year that I feel like we're making a big turnaround. I feel like I can put some trust in you. And then you just like, I just don't expect, I just don't understand how you expect us to give you the Labor of Love award when your quality control is so just not there. And I'm not even saying like, oh, well, behavior bad, or the people working at behavior are bad. I'm just saying that, like, objectively, just based on the level of gunk and brokenness in the game right now, the quality control just isn't there. Regardless of if you are pro behavior, like hate behavior, like whatever, no matter what stance you take, the writing's on the wall that, like, your quality control is definitely not there. Like, you release this in just a broken, terrifying state that is making the game havoc for anybody playing a wide swath of killers and possibly more. There's issues. I forgot to talk about this. Some of it isn't even just like, oh, my character doesn't work. Like, some of this is game breaking, by the way. Some of this is actually game breaking. Wraith, sometimes when uncloaking, crashes the whole game. Sometimes when Dredge teleports to a locker, crashes the whole game. That's what I will say, I did receive word for one of the survivor bugs that apparently interacting with lockers at all can sometimes just crash the game. I remembered that. I remembered seeing that. I wanted, and still do, to believe with all my heart and soul that 2025 behavior is better than this. It's better. They care about their game enough to not put out such a shoddy patch like this. And it's really a sad disservice to the stuff that's come with it, right? Like, Aurella is a cool character with good cosmetics and unique perks that are added to the game. And I know a lot of people have a lot of feelings about those, but that's not what this video is about. Let's not get too carried away. On top of that, the proceeds from this chapter's like 2 cosmetics, the paramedic cosmetics, are going to charity. There is a lot of great stuff happening this chapter that now we just don't even get to really relish and love because we're just like, oh, well, I can't hop on my favorite killer without my power just not working half the time. I mean this in a way that I'm trying to mean this in a way that I mean it with as much love as possible. Behavior, you are better than this in 2025. You have set a better standard than what you just did. You have set such a better standard this year than what you just put out. This was a step backwards. You've been taking step after step after step forward, being more responsive on social media, trying to work with people for the better health of the game, trying to put out those big Operation Health updates. This is a step backwards. I don't know what happened with this. I don't know what the issue was, but whatever you did, it did not work. It messed things up, and this is not you. This is not the new you. This is not the you that you have been striving to be. This is a step in backwards the other direction. I mostly wanted to make this video. It's obviously more, you know, I was just frustrated, but also like, like it's just I wanted to put this out because I know a lot of you are kind of like, when I posted my last video, the Xenomorph Unbound build video, a lot of you guys were really like, wow, I feel like my character's kind of messed up. I felt kind of weird playing this character the other day, and I feel like a lot of you, if you guys don't like watch a lot of DBD content, or you only watch like 1 or 2 YouTubers, and I happen to be one of them, I want to let you know it's not you. You're not making things up. You're not exaggerating. Like, we are in the trenches right now. This is a awful patch, like worst 10 patches that's ever come to the game. Like, it is that messed up. It is that broken. If you're noticing something weird about your killer, or weird about something that's happening with a locker or a survivor or something, it is not you. You are not hallucinating that. The game is just really, really bugged right now. So I just wanted to raise awareness, let everybody know the game's just in a really messed up spot. There's a lot of theories as to why this is. I know I talked about earlier, Rev has a theory that they mess with like the net code or the servers or something, so everything's like slightly off, and that's why so many characters are messed up. I've heard somebody make the mention that 2v8 is coming back soon, and usually when 2v8 comes back to the game, there's a whole lot of weird stuff that happens because when 2v8 is in the background of TBD, a lot of like weird tiles get added, and then a lot of bugs show up because it's like stuff from 2v8 is bleeding into 4v1, even though 2v8's not released yet, or this version of it. I remember the first time 2v8 released, I think it was Shelter Woods could spawn a Pride Rock, like a Mega Pride Rock that was supposed to be bigger for 2v8, and it would just like, like it would literally have like blue squares that were unfinished, and you could get stuck on it. Like stuff like that always happens whenever they're trying to put a new 2v8 round into the game. That's another reason this could be happening, or it could just be like they thought it was fine and they pushed it out too quick because they're on a tight schedule and they didn't quality check it. Could also be that. Could be just that simple. Sometimes the simplest explanation is often the real one. Either way, the point being, I think this is really sad for me because I've been very, very hopeful about Behavior's progress, and this is definitely a step back in the other direction. I want to let you guys know that, yeah, things are really buggy and messed up right now. If you're one of those people that likes to take breaks from DBD, perfect time. I'm sure they'll figure this out before Finance at Freddy's comes out, so just wait till that chapter release comes and they do a bunch of bug fixes. So, yeah, for now, I hate saying this. I've had to say this it feels like once a year at this point. Yeah, this is not a great time to be playing DBD. You will probably run into bugs or things that are frustrating. So if you're looking to take a break, now's a good time. Anyways, I think that's it. I think I've ranted enough. This is already a fairly long video. What kind of bugs are you running out there into the DBD sphere? It doesn't have to be stuff that you've experienced firsthand. Maybe it's a creator you've seen. Maybe it's something somebody posted on social media. Go and let me know. I like knowing all this stuff because when I'm out there streaming on twitch.tv/TheMrHeadache, a lot of people get really confused and come to me and be like, hey, Brandon, do you know if this is bugged? So if I can, get all your guys' experiences together, I can be like, oh yeah, Pig is bugged that way. A couple of guys said that in my YouTube comments, and now I know. So I can help spread that information to other people so everybody's well informed and everybody can make the informed decisions they need to make with that information. So I would very, very much appreciate that. So yeah, other than that, not a whole positive video, but hopefully at least me kind of being a dummy on the internet made your day a little bit better today. If it did not, well, I have the chance to do so again in the next video. But if I don't see you there, I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.